Now we look at solution for exercise 4, question number 1. Solve the following linear equation. So here is linear equation. So let's say question 1a. So given 2x minus 3 is equals to x minus 2. So given that 2x minus 3 is equals to x minus 2 in the bracket x minus 1. So first what we have to do is we try to expand this bracket. So first we try to expand. So from here 2x minus 3 is equals to x. Negative 2 times x, negative 2x. So be careful with the negative. Negative 2 times negative 1. So as we all know, negative will become positive. So 2 times 1 is 2. So next, we try to allocate, or we try to simplify this part. Let's say 2x minus 3 is equals to x minus 2x. So here is negative x plus 2. So next, we try to isolate x and the constant. What does it mean? That I move negative x to the right hand side and negative 3 to the right hand side. I try to put x together and constant together. So next step from here, we should have 2x. So negative x, when moved to the left hand side, will become positive x is equals to, here is positive 2. So negative 2, when we move to the right hand side, will become positive and negative 3. When I move to the right hand side, will become positive 3. So here will be 3x is equals to 5. So x is equals to 5 over 3. If you look at question B, 2x is equals to 3 minus 7x over 5. So first we try to simplify, or we try to eliminate this fraction. So what I do is I multiply here, multiply 5 to the right hand side. So 2x times 5 here will become 10x is equals to 3 minus 7x. Again, I try to put x together. I move negative 7x to the left hand side. So here we should have 10x plus 7x is equals to 3. So 17x is equals to 3. X is equals to 3 over 17. Now we look at C. 5 over 2 minus 4x is equal to negative 2 times 3 minus x. Again, we try to solve for the bracket. Negative 2 times 3, negative 2 times negative x. So next step, 5 over 2 minus 4x is equals to negative 2 times 3, negative 6. Negative 2 times negative x, positive 2x. Again, we have fraction. So we can multiply 2 to each of the terms. So multiply 2. So from here, we should have 5 minus 2 times 4x, 8x is equals to negative 6 times 2, negative 12, plus 2x times 2, 4x. So we try arrange. Let's say I move 4x to the left hand side, or you can move negative 8x to the right hand side. It's up to you. So 5 I move to the right hand side. So I have negative 8x. Here is positive 4x. When I move to the left hand side, it will become negative 4x is equals to negative 12. Here is positive 5. When I move to the right hand side, minus 5. So here is negative 12x is equals to negative 17. x is equals to negative 17 over negative 12. And you know negative negative will become positive. So the answer will become 17 over 12. So this is the answer for question C. Now we look at question number 2. Solve the following linear equation. So here, sorry, this is not linear equation, this is quadratic. So change here to quadratic equation. So here is quadratic equation. So general form, generally. So the quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. And here on our right hand side must be equals to 0. So you have to remember, for quadratic equation, right hand side must be equals to 0 and our coefficient of x squared must be positive. Let's look at question 2a. So x squared minus 6x minus 7 is equals to 0. So here you can see that our right hand side is already equals to 0. So now we can start to find our a, b, and c. So a is the coefficient of x squared. Here a actually is equals to 1. Not 0 but 1. So b is equals to negative 6. C is equals to negative 7. Actually, you can factorize by using your calculator. So you can use the calculator by choosing the mode. The mode for, you can press the mode for 3 times and then go to the equation, EQN, and choose degree 2. Degree 2 means that quadratic. So for A, you can put 1. B is negative 6. C is negative 7. So from your calculator, x1 is equals to 7 and x2 is equals to negative 1. This is answer from your calculator. So what we have to do is we need to factorize, means that we need to put 2 bracket, which is equals to 0. This is how we're going to factorize. Since x1 is 7, so when you write in the bracket, we should write x, here is positive, you have put negative 7. And then x2 is negative 1. So what we have to do is we put x plus 1. So if here is positive, we have to put negative. If here is negative, then we have to put positive. Why? Because the next step, we will let x minus 7 is equals to 0. X is equals to positive 7. Or x plus 1 is equals to 0. X is equals to negative 1. You can see that our answer is or are same as the answer given in the calculator, which is 7 and negative 1. We also get 7 and negative 1. Now we move to question B. 3x squared minus 11x is equals to 4. So first, our right hand side must be equals to 0. So we have to move 4 to the left hand side. So here we have 3x squared minus 11x minus 4 is equals to 0. So if here is positive 4, when I move to left hand side, it will become negative 4. Again, A is equals to 3, B is equals to negative 11, C is equals to negative 4. By using your calculator, A is 3, B is negative 1, C is negative 4. So from your calculator, x1 is equals to 4, x2 is equals to negative 1 over 3. If your calculator give your answer in the form of decimal, so you can change to fraction by pressing shift and the fraction. Again, from decimal, If you want to change to fraction, from your calculator, you can press shift and fraction. So it will become from negative 0.333, now will become negative 1 over 3. So how are we going to write in the form of bracket? Again, if here is positive 4, here should be x minus 4. You can see that for x2, sorry, here is x2, this is fraction. So what we have to do is we multiply positive this 3 to the front. It will become 3x. Sorry, it will become 3x. And then since here is negative, here we have to put positive 1 is equals to 0. We never put our bracket in the form of fraction. So you have to, if fraction, you have to multiply to the front, it will become 3x. Here is the 3x. Negative will become positive. So here is 1. Next step, let x minus 4 is equals to 0. X is equals to positive 4. Or 3x plus 1 is equals to 0. 3x is equals to negative 1. X is equals to negative 1 over 3. You can see that our answer same with the answer given in the calculator. So which is 4 and negative 1 over 3. Finally, we look at question C. X squared minus 6x is equals to 0. So here is already equals to 0. We can determine the value of A, B, and C. So A, against is 1. B, negative 6. You can see that here we doesn't have C. So C means that is equals to 0. So by using your calculator, 1, negative 6, and 0. So given that x1 is equals to 0, x2 is equals to x1 is 0, x2 is equals to 6. So how are we going to put in the bracket? So x here is 0. Some of students might put x minus 0. Another one is positive 6, x minus 6. So actually x minus 0 is x, not 0. Against x minus 0 is x, means that x minus nothing. So what we have here is x. So x minus 6 is equals to 0. So next, here we only have x. So x is equals to 0. Or x minus 6 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 6. Therefore, we have two answers, which is 0 and 6. Same as the calculator, x1 is 0, here is 6. So this is how we're going to solve the quadratic equation. Again, first you have to make sure that our right hand side is 0 and the coefficient of x squared must be positive. Now we look at question number 3, simultaneous equation. Solve a 3a. So solve the following simultaneous equation. So 3x plus 2y minus 3z is equals to 0. 2x minus 4y plus z is equals to negative 1. X plus 3y minus 2z is equals to negative 3. So here is equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. So from here, you can choose equation 1, 2, or 3. It's up to you. But we will try to choose the equation that will make our life easier. Means that, let's say, I want to put x as our subject. So based on these 3 equations, definitely I will choose equation 3. Why? Here is already x. If I just have to move 3y and negative 2z to the right hand side. If you are choosing equation 1, after you are moving 2y and 3z to the right hand side, you have to divide by 3 to the right hand side. So it means that you have to divide. It will become fraction. Or you can choose equation, you make z as the subject. You can move 2x and negative 4y to the right hand side. So you get a new equation. So from here, let's say I choose equation 3. from equation 3. I just have to move 3y and negative 2z to the right hand side. So it will become x is equals to negative 3. Here is negative 3. 3y, when I move to the right hand side, it will become negative 3y. Negative 2z, when I move to the right hand side, positive 2z. Let's say I label this one is equation 4. So you have to remember that equation 4 comes from equation 3. So when we substitute, don't substitute into equation 3. We just substitute into equation 1 and equation 2. So next step, substitute equation 4 into equation 1. So for equation 1, you can see, originally it is 3x plus 2y minus 3z is equals to 0. So x, this x, we will substitute with negative 3 minus 3y plus 2z. So from here, I should have 3 in the bracket. Let's say I change to another color. In the bracket, it is 3x minus 3y plus 2z. So plus 2y minus 3z is equals to 0. Then I try to expand. 3 times negative 3, negative 9, negative 9y plus 6z. So from here, I just try to expand. So expand one by one. So plus 2y minus 3z is equals to 0. So we try to simplify. Negative 9y plus 2y. So here is negative 7y. Negative 6z, positive 6z minus 3z. Negative positive 3z. Here is negative 9. So minus 9 is equals to 0. Or we can try to simplify this part. Let's say here I put z as our subject. So 3z. Or you can put y, let's say. Let's say you're comfortable with y. Let's say minus 7y is equals to 3z. I move to the right hand side. Negative 3z. Negative y moves to the right hand side. Positive y. So y will be equals to negative 3z plus 9 over negative 7. Let's say here is equation 5. So when I substitute equation 4 into 1, I get equation 5. Next, I will substitute equation 4 into equation 2. Now 4 into 2. So 2x minus 4y plus z is equals to negative 1. So it will become 2, where my x again is negative 3 minus 3y plus 2z. So minus 4y plus z is equals to negative 1. So I try to expand. Like the previous example, I try to expand 3 times negative 2, 2 times negative 3, 2 times negative 3, 2 times 2. So from here, I should have negative 6 minus 6y plus 4z minus 4y plus z is equals to negative 1. Against negative 6y minus 4y, negative 10y. 4z plus z plus 5z, negative 6. Let's say I move negative 1 to the left hand side. It will become plus 1 is equals to 0, negative 10y plus 5z. Negative 6 plus 1, negative 5 is equals to 0. So since 10, 5 and 5 is the multiple of 5. So we can try to simplify. How are we going to simplify? Divide by 5. So from here, I should have negative 2y plus z minus 1 is equals to 0. So since here is y as a subject, so here I try to change y as a subject. Negative 2y is equals to z. When I move to right hand side, negative z. Negative 1, move to right hand side, positive 1. So y is equals to negative z plus 1 over negative 2. Let's say here is equation 6. So now we just concentrate on equation 5 and equation 6. So next I can substitute, let's say, equation 5 into equation 6. So now here y is equal to y. So means that this from here, let's say I try to put a bracket. I try to circle up. It's not so clear. Let's say I change to green. So I try to substitute here, which is y, into this part. Because they are y. So means that negative 3z plus 9 is equal over negative 7 is equal to negative z plus 1 over negative 2. So here we can multiply this form. So from here I should have negative 2 in the bracket negative 3z plus 9 is equals to negative 7 in the bracket negative z plus 1. We try to simplify. Negative 2 times negative 3z, positive 6z, negative 2 times 9, negative 18 is equals to positive 7z, negative 7 times 1, minus 7. So from here, I try to simplify. This part, I try to expand. And here, I try to arrange. So here we should have 6z minus 7z. Sorry, 6z minus 7z is equal to negative 7 plus 18. So here is negative z is equals to 11. So z is equals to negative 11. So here is our first answer, or the first value for z. Next, in order to find the value of y, we can substitute into equation 6 or equation 5. It's up to you. Let's say I choose from equation 6. Y will be equal to negative, you can see that negative z. Z is negative 11. So negative in the bracket negative 11 plus 1 divided by negative 2. So from here, y is equals to positive 11 plus 1 over 2. Y is equals to 12 over 2, which is equals to 6. Finally, I can choose from equation 4 in order to find the value of x. From equation 4, x is equals to negative 3 minus 3, y is 6 plus 2z. Z is negative 11. So from here, I should have negative 3 minus 18 minus 22. Here will be negative 3 minus 18. Again, negative 3 minus 18 minus 22. So the answer here is negative 43. So this is the value of x, this is value of y, and we have the value of z. So I'm sorry, here is something wrong here. Here is suppose it's negative 2. Let's say I try to explain one more time. Some mistake here. So again from here, negative, negative, positive 11 plus 1. Over here is negative 2. Just now I put as positive 2. So here is 12 divided by negative 2. Suppose our y is negative 6. Just now is positive 6. The answer is wrong. Now it's negative 6. So in order to find the value of x, I can use equation 4. From equation 4, x is equals to negative 3 minus 3 times, here is negative 6, plus 2, z is negative 11. So here is negative 3 plus 18 minus 22. So if negative 3 plus 18 minus 22, so here will become negative 7. So now our answer of x suppose is negative 7, y is negative 6, and x is negative 11. Just now I have a mistake from here, where here I put positive 2. Suppose is negative 2. So change to negative 2. Now our answer of y is negative 6. Our answer of z is negative 7. Now we look at question 3b. So y minus x is equals to 2, and y squared plus xy minus 10x is equals to 20. So let's say here is equation 1, here is equation 2. So here is the linear equation. The first equation is the linear equation, whereas for the second equation is known as non-linear. So first we will choose from the linear equation. So in this question, I will move negative x to the right hand side. So it means that y will be equal to, let's say, from equation 1. Let's say from equation 1. So in order to let my life easier, I just let y as my subject. Means that I move negative x to the right hand side. So I should have y is equals to 2 plus x. Negative x, when I move to right hand side, positive x. So here is, let's say, equation 3. So I substitute equation 3 into equation 2. So from here, y squared. So let's say I try to rewrite the equation, y squared plus xy minus 10x is equals to 20. So where my y is 2 plus x. So means that here is 2 plus x squared plus x against y is 2 plus x minus 10x is equals to 20. So here I try to expand. This is how we're going to expand. 2 plus x, 2 plus x. We put 2 bracket plus x, 2 plus x minus 10x is equals to 20. Then we try to expand, means that 2 times 2, 2 times x, then x times 2, x times x. Same as this part, x times 2, x times x. So from here, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2x, 2x. 2 times x, 2x. X times 2, 2x. X times x, x squared. Plus x times 2, 2x. X times x, x squared. Minus 10x is equals to 20. Then we try to simplify. X squared plus x squared. So we have 2x squared. 2x plus 2x, 4x. Plus 2x, we have 6x. Minus 10x, negative 4x. Here we have plus 4. So remember, for quadratic equation, right hand side must be 0. So that's why I move 20 to the left hand side. Here will become minus 20 is equals to 0. So we have 2x squared minus 4x. 4 minus 20 is negative 16 is equals to 0. So since here is the 2, 4 and 16 is the multiple of 2. I can simplify by divide by 2. So here we have x squared minus 2x minus 8 is equals to 0. So by using your calculator to factorize, so let's say I straightforward into this form, you can use your calculator to factorize. So from here, where our a is 1, b is negative 2, c is negative 8. So here we should have x minus 4, x2 is x plus 2. So let x minus 4 is equals to 0, x is 4, or x plus 2 is equals to 0, x is negative 2. So now you have a value of x. Next, we're going to find our value of y. So let's say from equation 3, y is equals to 2 plus, here is equation 3, x in this is 4. So y is equals to 6. Next, y is equals to 2 plus, now our x is negative 2. So here is negative 2. So y is equals to 0. So we have two answers for the value of x and two answers for the value of y. Now we look at question number 4. Solve the following simultaneous equation. So we have equation 1, 2, and 3. So equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. So in this question, you can see that all the variables of x have the coefficient of 2, 3, and 4. So in order to make our life easy, in this question, I will choose y as our subject. So here is only have y. So from equation 1, so I move 2x and z to the right hand side. You can let z as our subject. It's up to you. Let's say in this question, I let y as my subject. So y is equals to, so when I move 2x to the right hand side, negative 2x, and z to the right hand side, minus z. So here is equation 4. So here is equation 4. So equation 4, we will substitute into equation 2 and 3. So 4 into equation 2. So from here, 3x plus 2, y is negative 2x minus z. Minus z is equals to 7. So we try to simplify. 3x minus 4x minus 2z minus z is equals to 7. So 3x minus 4x. So this is negative x. Negative 2x minus x, negative 2z minus z, negative 3z is equals to 7. So next, let's say I let x as our subject. Negative x is equals to 7 plus 3z. So make sure that our x is positive. So how are we going to do? I multiply by negative 1. So here will become x is equals to negative 7 minus 3z. So here is equation 5. Next, I will substitute equation 4 into equation 3. Substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So from equation 3, 4x plus 2y. Y is negative 2x minus z. Minus 5z is equals to 14. So 4x minus 4x minus 2z minus 5z is equals to 14. So from here, coincident, this one, 4x minus 4x is 0x. So here is negative 7z is equals to 14. So z is equals to 14 divided by negative 7. So z is equals to negative 2. So fortunately, this x can be cancelled out. So we can straightforward get the value of z. Next, from here, I can try to find the value of x. So from equation 5, x is equals to negative 7 minus 3z. Z is negative 2. So here is x is equals to negative 7 plus 6. So x is equals to negative 1. Finally, now we have x and z. Now I can find the value of y. So from equation 4, y is equals to negative 2, x is negative 1, minus z is negative 2. So here is positive 2, negative 2 times negative 1, positive 2, negative, negative is positive, plus 2. So our y is 4. So we have the value of y, x, and z. Now we look at question number 4b. So again, this is equation 1, equation 2, and equation 1 is linear, and equation 2 is non-linear. So we will start from the linear equation. We will choose the linear equation, means that from equation 1. So in this question, it's better that we let x as our subject. So because x, the coefficient of x is 1. So it's easier to let x as a subject. X will be equals to 20 minus 2y. So here is equation 3. So substitute equation 3 into equation 2. So x is 20 minus 2y, x times y, so times y, minus 4y, minus 3, x is 20 minus 2y, which is equals to 0. Then we try to expand 20 times 1 y, 20y, minus 2y squared, minus 4y, negative 3 times 20, negative 60, negative 3 times negative 2y, positive 6y is equals to 0. Then we try to simplify. Negative 2y squared, 20y minus 4y is negative 16y. So again, 20y minus 4y is 16y plus 6y. So plus 6y will be 22y. Then here is negative 60 is equals to 0. So as I mentioned before, first we have to make sure that right hand side is equals to 0. So next, what we have to do is make sure that the coefficient of the quadratic must be positive. So here is negative 2. So what I do is I multiply by negative 1 in order to become positive. Here will become 2y squared minus 22y plus 60 is equals to 0. Next, you can see that 2, 22, and 60 is the multiple of 2. So we can simplify by divide by 2. So here I should have y squared minus 11y plus 30 is equals to 0. Next, you can use your calculator to factorize. So again, equation degree 2, a is 1, b is negative 11, c is 30. So our x1 is 6. So here will become x minus 6. Our x2 is 5. So here is x minus 5. Next, let x minus 6 is equals to 0. X is positive 6. Or x minus 5 is equals to 0. X is equals to positive 5. Now you have the value of x. You need to find the value of y. Sorry, here is y. Sorry. This is the value of y. Sorry. So here is value of y. Because this is quadratic equation is in term of y. So here suppose is y, not x. So here is y. So now you already have the value of y. We try to find the value of x. So from equation 3, So when y is equals to 6, our x will be equals to 20 minus 2 times 6. So here is 20 minus 12, which is equals to 8. So here when y is equals to 5, our x is equals to 20 minus 2 times 5. So it's 20 minus 10, which is equals to 10. So here is our answer for question 4b. Now we look at question number 5. So in question number 5, solve each of the following simultaneous equation. So here is equation 1. Here is equation 2. Equation 1 is linear. Equation 2 is non-linear. So we will choose from the linear equation from equation 1. So since y, the coefficient of y is 1, so I will let y as our subject. So y is equals to 1 minus 2x. Here is equation 3. So I will substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Substitute equation 3 into equation 2. I should have x. Y is 1 minus 2x plus 5x plus 4y. Y is 1 minus 2x is equals to 0. Then we try to expand. X times 1, x. X times 2x, negative 2x squared plus 5x. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2x is 8. X is equals to 0. So here I have negative 2x squared. X plus 5x is 6x. 6x minus 8x is minus 2x. So here is plus 4 is equals to 0. So from here, you can notice that our coefficient, first the right hand side is already equals to 0, but the coefficient of x squared, we have a negative. So what we do is we multiply by negative 1. So I should have positive 2x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equals to 0. So 2, 2 and negative 4 is the multiple of 2. So next I will divide by 2. Here I should have x squared plus x minus 2 is equals to 0. Then we try to factorize. Again, you can use your calculator where a is 1, b is 1, c is negative 2. So x1 is 1, so x minus 1. X2 is negative 2, so x plus 2. Let x minus 1 is equals to 0. X is positive 1. The first answer. Or x plus 2 is equals to 0. X is equals to negative 2. Here is the second answer. So from this part, we have to find the value of y. So from equation 3. So here is your equation 3. When x is equals to 1, so my y will become 1 minus 2 times 1. So y is equals to 1 minus 2. So y is equals to negative 1. So here, when x is equals to negative 2, y is equals to 1 minus 2 times negative 2. So here is 1 plus 4, which is equals to 5. So this is the answer for question 5a. Now we look at the last question, 5b. So here is our equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. So from out of these three equations, so I choose y as my subject because this is the easiest way. So from equation 1, y is equals to 1 when I move to x minus 2x plus z. So negative z move to right hand side plus z. So this is equation 4. So I will substitute equation 4 into 2 and 3. So equation 4 substitute into equation 2. So I have 2x plus 4y. Y is 1 minus 2x plus z minus 2z is equals to 0. I try to simplify. 2x plus 4 minus 8x plus 4z minus 2z is equals to 0. So here I try to expand 1 by 1. So from here, we try to simplify. 2x minus 8x is negative 6x. 4z minus 2z plus 2z plus 4 is equals to 0. Here is the multiple of 2. We can try to simplify by divide by 2. So here I should have negative 3x plus z plus 2 is equals to 0. I let z as our subject. So z is equals to negative, move to right hand side, positive 3x minus 2. Positive 2, move to right hand side, negative 2. So here is equation 5. Now I try to get my equation 6. Substitute equation 4. Substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So here is 3x plus 2. Here is equation 3. Y I change to 1 minus 2x plus z. Minus z is equals to 4. Expand 3x plus 2 minus 4x plus 2z minus z is equals to 4. So here we try to expand. So 3x. Now we try to simplify. 3x minus 4x is negative x. So 3x minus 4x is negative x. 2z minus z plus z. So here, this is 4. Sorry, I try to rewrite this 4. Is equals to 4. So 2. So here is plus 2. Let's say 4, I move to left hand side. Minus 4 is equals to 0. So here is negative x plus z. 2 minus 4 is negative 2 is equals to 0. Since it's in equation 5, z is the subject. So here I let z is our subject. Z is equals to negative x when moved to right hand side, positive x plus 2. Here is equation 6. So we can compare equation 5 and 6, or I can substitute equation 5 into equation 6, where z in equation 5 is 3x minus 2. So means that z, I substitute with 3x minus 2 is equals to x plus 2. So try to rearrange the x and the constant. So 3x minus x is equals to 2 plus 2. So 2x is equals to 4. X is equals to 2. Here is our first answer. Now we try to find the value of z. So by using equation 6, from equation 6, z is equals to, x is 2. 2 plus 2, which is equals to 4. Next, we try to find the value of y. Let's say from equation 4. Y is equals to 1 minus 2. The value of x is 2 plus z. Z is 4. So here, 1 minus 4 plus 4, which is equals to 1. So here we have value of x, value of x, value of y, and value of z. So this is the answer for question number 5B.